until we're not. At Community Health Alliance, we understand you. We understand our community, and we provide the health care you need so you can keep dreaming big. Community Health Alliance. Get the health care you deserve.
Addiction, false accusations, mental illness, whatever put you on the wrong side of the law, you need a serious, experienced, and respected lawyer at your side. I'm attorney Orrin Johnson. As a veteran, I've been fighting for your civil rights my entire life. As a former prosecutor, I know how and when the government gets it wrong.
We are dedicated, compassionate, and relentless attorneys.
Call or text Orrin Johnson Law today and put our team to work for you.
We'll make a plan.
You'll take back your life.
Coming up on Face the State, every year, hundreds of local volunteers head out on a mission to clear literal tons of trash from our community. And the next one is right around the corner, how you can get involved with the Great Community Cleanup. Then, did you know we have moose in Nevada? Apparently so. I'll speak with a biologist from the Nevada Department of Wildlife about the population and why they're issuing hunting tags for them this year. When Face the State starts right after the break.
Get your local news anytime, anywhere with the 2 News app. Keep up with breaking news throughout the day and choose the alerts you want. Get the latest headlines, stories from around our community, local sports, and a forecast from our certified meteorologists. Plus, stream live newscasts right on your smartphone or tablet. All for free with no subscription. Download the 2 News app for local coverage you can count on.
Life changed almost in an instant. Many went from normal to quarantined, unemployed, and fearful. We know it's serious, but let's not forget the things God has told us. Be not afraid, and the truth will set you free. Now is the time for faith and the facts, not fear. Call 1-833-99-JESUS if you have questions about God or just need to talk.
Welcome to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for joining us. Well, if you were looking for a moose, you might think to head north to Alaska, maybe Canada, but right here in Nevada, as it turns out, we have a growing moose population. So Cody McKee with the Nevada Department of Wildlife is here with me to talk about that. Cody, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ariana.
Yeah.
We're a big agency. It's an honor to be picked to come out here and speak to something that's true to my heart.
Well, I'm grateful that you took the time, especially because I'm a little ashamed. I am a lifelong Nevadan, and I had no idea we had moose here. Is this a new thing, or have they always been here?
Well, you're not the only one, because a lot of people seem to be surprised. Over the last several years, we'll periodically put out some social media posts about moose here, and every time there's always people that are surprised, like, oh, hey, I didn't know they were here.
Yeah. Are there a lot?
But the reality, well, there are. And in the context of like what we think Nevada can support, but going back to the sightings and the numbers, so we've actually had moose observations here in the state going back to the 1950s. And so while it seems like a relatively new thing, they've actually been here in the state for quite a while.
Now, do they live here year-round, or do they just kind of migrate in at certain times of year?
Yeah, so a lot of our monitoring work is showing us that their movements are very much confined to the state. We have a very established core population in central Elko County, north of Elko, and there we're seeing really healthy numbers of cows, calves, and bulls.
Wow. Now, this is really cool. I mean, partly just because like a new animal that people don't see very often, but moose are big.
Yeah.
They are big creatures. Like, they're not like just cool looking horses. Like, they are massive. Not quite as big as the Alaskan ones though, huh?
That's correct, yeah. So there are 4 subspecies of moose in North America. The Alaskan version is the biggest. The one that we have here in Nevada, it's the Shiras moose, and that's actually the smallest of the subspecies, and it kind of follows these latitudinal trends. So the further north you go, you tend to see bigger animals, bigger bodied animals, and it's kind of related to the environment they live in. And as You go south and the climate gets warmer, that's where you start to see the kind of shrinking of the body size. And that's really what we've seen in the moose. And it kind of makes sense that the smallest moose would be in a very arid and warm state.
Yeah. Now, how do they compare size-wise to an elk, for example?
That's a good question. So if you've stood next to an elk, they can be about 4.5 to 5 feet at the shoulder. Moose are probably pushing 6 to 6.5. So
wow.
They're very tall animals, very horse-like in their gait and their length, definitely long and lanky.
Yeah, and you don't want to mess with them when they have babies around.
Certainly not. In fact, I would recommend just not messing with them at a close distance at any time. They can be very aggressive. Especially when mom and the calves get separated from one another. And we even have a record of incident where a gentleman was attacked by a moose back in the early 90s. I mean, that was actually a young bull moose. And so that they can all definitely show aggression towards humans.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good rule of thumb with any wildlife.
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point.
Maybe like
yeah.
keep your distance from any wildlife. Okay, so now this year, for the first year, Nevada is issuing hunting tags for moose. Why now?
Yeah, that's a good question, and obviously one that we've been getting for quite a while. So the first thing is that moose are doing really well across our range in North America. In fact, according to the International Union of IUCN, they're classified as a species of least concern. So like to kind of set the frame, like we're not talking about a species that's in peril. Here in Nevada, in the Department of Wildlife, we're tasked with managing 800 species of wildlife, and part of that management directive is to identify places and times where hunting might be a suitable conservation action. Our moose population here in the state, I mentioned that we've been documenting observations back to the 50s, but what we've noted over about the last decade is those observations have increased dramatically. In fact, just last year alone, we noted a 300% increase in the number of observations over our previous five-year average. So a big jump in numbers. We're seeing on the landscape, moose are very productive. Our cows are having twins at a high rate. Our annual cow to calf ratio, so that's a metric that we use to determine how productive they are, ranges around 50 calves per 100 cows, but we have instances where that's 75 calves per 100 cows. And just to kind of set the context for you, a moose population that has a cow to calf ratio of 40 calves per 100 cows tends to be stable to growing. And so what we're seeing is that level of production is much higher than what you'll see in stable herds. And then finally, our annual adult survival that we've been tracking is almost 100% over 4 years. And so we're seeing really high survival, we're seeing great productivity, we're seeing a population that seems to be growing really rapidly. And one thing to understand about moose populations, especially when they're establishing in new places, they tend to have these very cyclical population growth patterns. What I mean by that is they can grow really rapidly, but then they follow that with a pretty drastic decline. And so we think right now we're on this rapid growth curve, and we think by introducing some harvest at this point in time might be beneficial to the herd and help temper that growth.
Yeah, okay, so kind of explain how that works. I know that we use hunting as a way to actually help a species survive. So how do you decide which animals need to go in order to, it's kind of like weeding, right?
Right. Yeah, so we're very much focused on the population. It's hard to identify specific individuals that we're going to be taking out. But when we think about our management actions, we're essentially targeting a certain number. In the instance of conservation, so conservation is essentially the protection and wise use of natural resources for current as well as future generations. And the way that hunting kind of plays into that is that it's one, if you can provide a regulated and sustainable opportunity that's backed by science, that funding, the model for conservation and hunting, so it's a user-based, a user fee-based operation, and basically what that means is hunters purchase tags, they purchase licenses, as well as an excise tax on ammunition and firearm sales. Those monies go back directly into conservation on the landscape. Currently, that's really the primary funding mechanism for wildlife conservation in general in North America.
Wow.
Recently, there was legislation that was considered, the Recovering America's Wildlife Act, which provided a funding base to help manage all wildlife species, not just game species. Unfortunately, that didn't pass. And so right now, states have gone back to the drawing board, federal as well as our federal partners, to try and find a funding base that can support wildlife so that it's not just strictly through hunting activities.
Huh. So the money generated, I didn't realize, when it comes to the actual culling of the herd, is there logic behind going after male animals, for example, in order to help the balance thrive a little bit better, or what would you do there?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Part of our understanding of the current moose population is that it has a very imbalanced sex ratio, so we have a lot more males than we do females. And that can unfortunately have a negative effect on our females. You might imagine walking into a bar as a single female and having to deal with 7, 8, a dozen males.
Way too
that
many
can come at a competitive cost to you. So your ability to take care of yourself, your ability to take care of your attendant calf can be put in jeopardy.
And I imagine violence among the males as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we had a specific instance this year where we had a single female that was female moose in a basin, where there were 7 other adult males during the rut. And so there was a tremendous amount of competition for a very limited mating opportunity. And so with that said, there's only one male that's going to have an opportunity to contribute their fitness. Moose are a polygynous species, which means single male can mate with multiple females. So there's certain males out there that are probably not contributing much, but they're also capitalizing on resources that are available to them.
So eating the food, drinking the water,
Absolutely.
that sort of thing. And there is a limited amount of that, as we know, in the desert.
Correct.
So is there a risk that the population grows to the point where the environment can no longer sustain it?
I think what we're seeing in Nevada currently, we're experiencing this big mass dispersion from Idaho into Nevada. Our moose have now established here. We don't see the interstate movements. So it's very much a state herd that's here. And they've found the pockets of habitat that are suitable for them. When you get out into the field and you see where they're at, it's very representative of what you might see for moose that live in the Rocky Mountains, in Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and other places where people are kind of more inclined to think that they're going to see a moose. I don't think that we're going to get to a point where we lose all of that available habitat here, but it's limited. We're a very arid state, and what we're seeing in some of our analysis is that they're focusing in on these riparian corridors that are very important to them, and kind of maximizing their nutrition gains through being in those places, but they can also use those riparian corridors and high elevation shaded areas to get refuge from the warm temperatures that we experience during the summertime.
Riparian corridors meaning there's a water source running through.
Oh yes, correct, yes,
Okay.
yes. Often ripe water source as well as covered with woody browse species like willows.
Yeah, and now any concern then that they could be taking resources from other native species?
Yeah.
Like bighorn sheep or something like that?
Well, so bighorn and moose don't really overlap here in the state. Like the concepts of sort of this ecosystem and species, they all sort of have their own niche, and especially with moose, because they are sort of focused in on these riparian areas, these high elevation, timbered locations, there's not a lot of overlap with our other species. The other thing too is that we still, our moose population is doing well, and I misspoke earlier, we don't have an abundance of moose here in the state. We have a lot, and we have enough to support a limited hunt. With that said, we don't have a whole bunch where I expect there to be competition with other species that would be to the detriment of those species.
Okay, all interesting stuff. I could probably ask you questions about this for a whole other segment, but we're about out of time. So I guess a final message, what would you like people to know about this topic in particular?
That's another great question. We've done a tremendous amount of work understanding our moose population. Monitoring began in 2020. We've deployed radio callers all across the state. The numbers seem to be exploding. Our adult survival's high, production's high. And when we consider conservation, is this going to be a sustainable opportunity? Is it going to be regulated by law, and is it backed by science? Like, all of those boxes are being checked. And this is a good time to provide a hunt. I think Nevadans should be really excited for the opportunity.
And you reassess every year, and every year the number of tags for all the different species is adjusted.
Yes,
depending
absolutely.
on the population. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much, Cody. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Coming up on Face the State, from caring for Nevada's open spaces and creatures to its cities, how a local group is working to keep the Truckee Meadows area clean, and why they need help doing that, right after the break.
At your locally owned pet station, we know your pets are family. We're here to help you select the right foods, treats, and accessories at prices you can afford. We offer loyalty rewards on many dog, cat, and small animal products where you can earn free items after qualifying purchases. Hesitant for your pet to try something new? No worries, we have hassle-free returns. Making it easy for your pet to live their best life is our priority. After all, Pet Station is the pet lover's destination.
Catch Ace Ball all summer long in downtown Reno. Get your tickets at RenoAces.com.
Ace Ball. Step into something new this year. Residential, commercial, and builder services are all available with Campbell's Carpets of Nevada. Get your floors in fast with our in-house professional installation team. Put some comfort underfoot with Campbell's Carpets of Nevada.
Welcome back to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for keeping it here. Well, it's getting to be about that time for spring cleaning, not just for our homes, but the whole community as well. And one local group has a massive effort planned to freshen up our parks and shared spaces ahead of summer. So Chris Ewing from Keep Truckee Meadows Beautiful is here with me to talk about that. Chris, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure.
Glad to be here.
Now, you call it the Great Community Cleanup, and that is an apt name because it's massive. I just saw 800 people came out last year.
Yes, we had just over 800 volunteers last year at over 24 sites, I think it was, 26 sites.
Wow. Where are all these people coming from?
Everywhere. They come from all over, and we appreciate every single one of them that comes out.
How do you rally such a force of people?
We've been around for 35 years now, so we've had people that just kind of keep coming, and it's almost become a generational thing now where, you know, their parents did it, now they're doing it with bringing their kids along, so that helps a lot. And then we've got a bunch of new members of the community moving in from outside areas, and they want to come out and help and be a part of the community, so we appreciate that as well. We get our words out through our email newsletter and social media and advertising and things like that. So. Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's a huge effort. It's really neat. It does such a great service for the community. 60 tons of litter last year in one day?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
60, between litter and invasive weeds.
Wow.
Because of the very wet winter we had. That really propped up the numbers quite a bit. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, but there was a ton of trash. There's mounds of tires and all kinds of things that we find out in open spaces and just along parkways.
What's the weirdest stuff you found?
There's all kinds of, there was a doll collection at one point that was not,
That's creepy.
Yeah, there's been other things that we probably shouldn't talk about that we find out there that that people don't need to know. But
right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Best to get it out of these open spaces. Okay, that's really, really cool. And the next one is coming up. Tell me about this year's event.
Yeah, this one is coming up on April 27th. It is from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. We have approximately 30 sites. I think there's like 26 sites that are actually open to the public. A few are private sites from groups who go year after year and just that's what they do. And they go into little different areas that, they're trained to do that type of cleanup. So we let them do that. We've got illegal dump sites out in areas such as Estates Road, Chimney Road, and Golden Eagle Park out in Sparks, from parks that we need to help clean up and just kind of get the weeds and apply mulch for weed abatement, that kind of stuff. And then there's just random things like storm drain stenciling to let people know that all the rain, everything that goes down the drain, you drink or bathe in. So only rain in the storm drain is what we try to help promote. So we go out and do storm drain stenciling. There's kid-friendly versions of these cleanups. You can go out to certain parks, and the kids love to grab the litter pickers and run around and pick things up and have little, Star Wars fights with them and stuff. But they're learning. They're learning all about, keeping the community clean.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and then it's not just litter and trash. It's also, as you mentioned, invasive weeds. There's a gardening element involved.
Yeah, there's a bunch of invasive weeds, and they take over the parks, and it makes it tough for the native species to grow. So we try and clear that out. We also do tree wrapping for beaver damage to make sure the beavers don't go and knock the trees down and drag them out into the streams and rivers and lakes and things of that nature. So yeah, there's all kinds of things to do.
How do you pick the sites?
We work with the municipalities, so Washoe County, Sparks, City of Reno, to find out what needs to be done, where we can help. Because at this stage, it's kind of overwhelming for the Parks Department. There's only so many people that can be employed there, so it's up to us to kind of help them out just to get these things ready. So by the time spring and summer roll around, the parks are up and going at full steam.
That's what I was going to ask. If we didn't have you and these 800 volunteers donating their time to do this out of the goodness of their hearts, what happens here?
A lot of overgrowth, a lot of trash that just gets kind of left and continues to pile up, essentially. So we go out and do the best we can. I mean, there's only a certain amount of people that can work for the city and the parks, and that's understandable just because of budgets. So our helping them helps the community, so the community can have a good time at all these spaces. And it's only one day, 4 hours. It's not that big a deal.
And you feed them after.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a huge picnic with burgers and hot dogs and chicken and beer and cookies and prizes and games and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Obviously, you need people to come out and help you. You're still doing signups here?
Yes, the signups actually just went live, so you can go online to ktvn.org/volunteer, or just go to ktvn.org and you click on the button and it'll show the whole list of the 27 sites that we have available. There are a description in each one, so you can see if it's kid-friendly or what you'll be doing at that specific site. Some of the illegal dump sites, we do need people with off-road vehicles and trailers, so you can go out into the mountains and grab all the stuff that's out there, from mattresses and shot up refrigerators and dishwashers and cars and anything else you can think of. So that always helps out immensely, and those volunteers, you'll see exactly which sites we're talking about.
Has the problem gotten worse of illegal dumping and the trash as our population has grown, or has it been a steady thing?
It kind of ebbs and flows a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty steady, unfortunately. It's just something that people do as a recreational thing. They go out and, they shoot their guns because there's not many places to go do that, and they'll take something out there and shoot it, and then they'll leave it because it's all shot up, and somebody else will come out and shoot it up even more.
Right.
Go, oh, that's out there. I can go bring this old thing I've got laying around. And that's what we don't want to see out there.
Okay, so it's like old appliances and things that people are like getting rid of it.
Yeah, they don't get rid of it, and that's what they do with it.
Right. Okay, so instead of dumping this stuff in our public spaces, or maybe shooting it up but then not leaving it there, what can they do with an old mattress or an old washing machine?
Old mattresses, old washing machines can be taken out to the Lockwood landfill, and they have free dump days that'll be taking place, I think, in a couple of weeks. So they can go online and check that out through Waste Management. Some of the places, if they're buying something new, a place may take that back and recycle it for them. If it's in good working condition and they're just replacing it or getting something new, you can always donate it to somebody who needs Habitat for Humanity, or to one of the thrift stores to sell it.
But please don't just leave it in nature somewhere.
Yeah, don't leave it out there for us to go get and shoot it all up, because then we got to pick up all the shotgun shells and all that. I mean, there's a whole thing that goes along with it. It's not just somebody dumping a refrigerator out there.
It's hazardous too. There's chemicals and
they've got to take up the Freon and all that stuff. So.
Yikes.
And there are companies in town who can take care of that for them.
Okay, worth doing a Google before doing something like that. All right, so obviously the Great Community Cleanup is your big annual event, but you've got a lot of other stuff that you do throughout the year. What else does KTMB do?
We do a lot of cleanups throughout the year, so there's a bunch of those. We also have a youth education department where we go into schools and classrooms and teach kids about our watershed, our waste and recycling streams. as well as the weeds and invasive weeds that we talked about, so they know which ones are native plants and which ones are invasive and what to do with them. We also have a sustainability department where we have an online recycling guide that you can literally go online, ktvn.org/recycle, ask it if something can be recycled, and it'll pull up a list of how you can do it or what the alternative is to recycling it.
I've used that.
Yes, it's very handy. It's there 24/7, all the time. Anybody can do it. And you can also call. We're happy to answer and do it for you if need be. And then we've got the new monthly cleanups that we're doing. We've got one coming up in May, May the 4th, out at Sun Valley Community Park. We'll be doing those almost on a regular basis to kind of help us in between the Great Community Cleanup and the Truckee River Cleanup. So you can go online and find out how to volunteer for those. We've been getting anywhere from 50 to 100 volunteers for those as well, which is fantastic. Just go in and just basically clean sweep a park and make it perfect again, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a couple minutes left. If people want to help you out, what can they expect? What do they need to wear? Do they need to bring anything?
Well, they need to bring a great attitude. We prefer that they have long pants, closed-toed shoes. If they've got work gloves, great. If not, we'll provide them. When they go online to volunteer at ktvn.org/volunteer, look at the site you're going to and read the description of the site and what is provided and what we expect you to bring. A water bottle is always great. If it's sunny out, bring some sunscreen. Other than that, just come and have some fun for a few hours and then come join us at the picnic afterwards.
Okay, so other than volunteers, can people help you in other ways? What about donations? Do you need
Yeah, oh yeah, always take donations. I mean, we are a privately funded 501c3, so any donation helps. I mean, even $5 helps us buy a litter picker. You know, once we get $100, we can get a dumpster for these cleanups. So every little bit helps. And you can go online, again, ktvn.org. I'm going to wear it out for you to donate and help us in any way.
Okay, we have about a minute left. So what would you most like people to know about all this?
That it is a resource that they can utilize, you know, anytime they want for learning how to recycle, what to recycle, what invasive weeds are. If they want to get involved in the community and volunteer, we've got those opportunities for them. If they can't do that and they just want to help, feel free to donate so that we can, you know, continue to do what we do for another 35 years.
Yeah, great opportunity to get outside, do something good for the community, meet some nice people.
Exactly, yeah. All like-minded people looking to do something good in the community.
Love it. Chris, thank you so much for your time. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
Well, that is it for this episode of Face the State. But for more information or to see past episodes, you can head to our website. That's 2news.com. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next week.
Here in Nevada, we've got more mountains than any other state in the lower 48. In fact, I've got one here in my backyard. The Richard Harris Law Firm is the largest personal injury law firm in Nevada. If you've been hurt, we'll move mountains for you. Hey, Josh, you ready for your close-up? Yeah! There is no close-up. Injured? Call the Richard Harris Law Firm at 222-2222, just in case.
Real Choices Women's Centers are now open in Midtown and Fernley. Our free services include pregnancy tests and options coaching, limited ultrasounds, abortion recovery and pregnancy loss support, parenting classes, men's groups, and so much more. You have many choices when it comes to your early stage pregnancy. Visit our free, friendly, supportive center as your first step. You have time to make your decision, and an informed choice is your best choice. Totally free, totally confidential.
Five stars for To Kill a Mockingbird, unmissable and unforgettable. Richard Thomas is Atticus Finch in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
June 18th through 23rd. Tickets on sale at pioneercenter.com.
If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with a life-limiting illness, call locally owned Circle of Life Hospice to see what sets us apart from big corporate hospices. It's a law that you are given a choice of hospice companies. Make sure the choice is yours.
For a new outdoor living experience, you need Gale Willie Landscaping. Our experts can secure your dreams of expanded living spaces, outdoor relaxation, and increased property value. Select from pavers or decorative concrete patios and driveways, beautiful rock walls, and unique cascading water features, all professionally installed with the best materials by the most experienced craftsmen and guided by your vision. Call today or visit us at galewillie.com.
At Dryer Vent Wizard, all we do is clean, repair, and install dryer vents. We don't mow lawns, clean carpets, or walk dogs. If you need your dryer vent serviced, call the experts at Dryer Vent Wizard, because it's all we do.
Mockingbird is now the most successful American play in Broadway history. Richard Thomas is Atticus Finch in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
June 18th through 23rd. Tickets on sale at pioneercenter.com.
Downtown Reno, we make your junk disappear.
Kelsey Ballerini hosts the CMT Music Awards live tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS.